Oh, thank you for recording. I was going to ask you and then forgot. I don't know about you, but I often kind of feel a little bit of like imposter syndrome sometimes, and feel this like fear of like putting myself out there, or like I don't have enough to offer the world. Like, who cares what I'm posting? Who cares what I'm sharing? Who cares what I have to say? Nobody wants to listen to me. Like, I'm not an expert. So why am I even talking, sharing, posting, right? Does anybody else ever feel like that? Because I feel like that often. And I feel like that more when I am not on top of my personal development game. When I am consistently involved in some form of personal development, whether it's a book or a podcast or something like that, where someone is sharing their experiences with me and filling my brain with more good thoughts than I could ever come up with myself, then I feel a lot better about that. And like I have something to share. So I would just maybe give yourself a little gut check that if you're feeling that way, maybe check your personal development. Maybe you are not doing enough of it, or maybe you're just not listening to the right thing for you in your life right now. But I wanted to give you just a couple of things that will help with this, and to help you understand that no level of coaching, no rank, no income, no background, education, nothing like that is going to affect the impact that you can have on other people. It has everything to do with how you are connecting with other people, because no matter where you are in your coaching journey, you've already lived a life up to here with experience, with challenges, with trials, with learning opportunities. And you are so unique in, what you've gone through, how you've overcome it, and how you can help people learn how to get through it as well. So the way that you teach something, the way that you share something is totally unique to you. So, you and I could have gone through something together, but we're both going to have different experiences, different ideas, different emotions, different ways that it's changed us. So somebody will connect with you the way that they could never connect with me. So just remember that everybody will connect with somebody else. And that's why there can be 500,000 coaches and people still signing up with everybody, because we're all so different and can connect in different ways. So you have to learn not to water yourself down thinking, I need to fit a certain mold. I need to present myself in a certain way so that people will like me, because that is when people will instantly unfollow, will not connect with you. Being your true, authentic, real you in all of its glory is what's going to help people connect with you. And then the people that come are the one that you're going to want to be with. Because if you're not showing up authentically, and then you do start building a community or a following or a team, you realize those aren't your people anyway. And you wouldn't want to have them be your best friend in real life. So when you can show up authentically in your real self, not watered down in any way, that's when you're going to find those people that you will want to build a community with. Okay, and number 2, the value that you give to others through your content. All that matters is what somebody learns from you is going to give them a result, right? So every post doesn't have to have all of these life-changing, altering things. Doesn't have to have the perfect piece of advice. So I know sometimes I get that in my mind, like, oh, I have to make every post so perfect and so full of value. What if it's just one small thing? And if somebody can see that's one small piece of value that they're going to get from you, And it doesn't just have to be fitness, nutrition, beach body related thing. And in fact, it probably should be on some other topic. That's when they're going to connect with you, because they're going to say, that person gave something to me that I didn't have before. I found value in that, and I want to keep following them. I want to get more from them. If they can give me this one thing, what else can I learn from them? And I want to be a part of that community. So you will become more valuable to those that follow you by, giving them value in your content. Just share those things that impact you and inspire you. What are you learning in your personal development? What did somebody say to you in your workout? How are you feeling better today than you did yesterday? Just share those small things. And then the third thing is through consistency. And I know that, as seasoned coaches that have been on this team for a long time, this is kind of where we see a lot of people fall off, is with consistency. They maybe are consistent with their posts and sharing for a week, and then nobody signs up. And then they get discouraged and frustrated and say, I did all of this work for a week and nobody signed up. Nobody cares what I have to say, so I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm going to fall off for a few months. And then, well, maybe I'm feeling a little inspired, so I'm going to post for a week and nobody signs up. And then they're like, okay, I'm done. You have to be consistent. And again, it doesn't have to be big, huge, value-driven things. Like, you don't have to give life-altering things every time, but they should just be small points of value, consistently over time. This is a crock pot business and experience, not a microwave one. So when people can see over time that you are providing value, that you are uplifting them, that you are giving them something, then they will give something to you in return. So if you're in it just to make money or to get a sign up, like you're always posting thinking, what do I get out of this? That's where it's going to feel icky. That's where it's going to burn you out, and you're not going to want to keep sharing consistently. You're not going to want to keep coaching consistently, because you're always trying to think of what you can get out of it, rather than taking an opportunity to say, what can I share and who can I lift and support and love on today? That is where you're going to feel more fulfillment and joy. And then the results will come. It's a direct reflection of the impact that you're making, is how your business is and how you feel personally. So the higher your intentions to serve, and the more consistently you'll do that, that is when your business and your personal life will do the same as well. There are more people in the world right now who are hurting, who are feeling that they need more. So now is no better opportunity to share what we have in our community and in our tools as fitness and nutrition and mindset, is what the world, this culture needs. What a gift we have to be a part of it and to share it with other people. And I don't know if you've heard this before or not, but the average family will need at least $5,000 extra this year to live the same exact way that they did last year. And I don't know about you, but I am already seeing that huge impact on our family's budget. Like, I just picked up groceries yesterday, and it was like $50, $60 more for just a regular grocery trip than what it was a year ago. We have a gift to help, and other families, other moms who are like, how in the heck am I going to buy $10 a dozen eggs? Let's share this gift. We have an opportunity to make that burden a little bit lighter, and we have a gift to help them feel better about themselves. not just financially, but they can feel better about who they are, their value as a person, because we have a community of people who are here to love and serve and show you that you don't have to have a six-pack, show you that you don't have to have a giant fancy home, that we can just be an everyday person working on becoming better and loving each other along the way. So don't underestimate the value that you have to share where you are right now. And don't let that hold you back from putting yourself out there, understanding that you have everything you need inside of you already. You have value, and there are other people's lives that you can impact right now, today, and you're going to feel that gift as you open your mouth and share consistently. So that is all I had for today. Something kind of short and sweet, but I think can make a really big impact on how we build our businesses and how we feel while we build our businesses. When we're focusing more on impact and value and how we can help others rather than what they can give us. So that's all I had. Does anybody have any questions or anything else they want to add or share, or how they've experienced this? Because I'd love to just kind of have a conversation about it.
Well, I don't know if I suffer from comparison or imposter syndrome as much, but absolutely from comparison. And that can lead to imposter, right? Because I get on the internet and I'm like, well, why would someone sign up with me? They can sign up with Micah Folsom or Lindsay Matway or whoever, like. And so that can lead me to imposter syndrome. But one thing that helps me kind of pull back from that is to remember that the value is my personal story, like Katie was saying in the beginning. No one's story is just like my story, but I can relate to so many people because I've had the issues that I've had with, body image and binge eating and all that stuff that I went through in my earlier years. So remember I feel like I forget this too. We need to remember to tell our stories more, to be more vulnerable with our stories and connect with people on that point. And then also show how we were here, but through the tools that Beachbody's given us, we've been able to move over here. And we can bridge that gap for people who are still over here. We can be like, look, I was here too. And this is what got me over here. And I can help you take those baby steps and bridge that gap for yourself. Because sometimes we see people, you're in this beginning spot, right? And you see someone that's clear over here. It's just comparison. People look at us, they're like, oh my gosh, she exercises every single day. She eats vegetables. Like, there's no way I could do that. And so we kind of have to back up and bridge it, right? Because the same thing for me. Like, I look at Lindsay Matway, who's earned, I don't know, $50 million with Beachbody or whatever. And I'm like, there's just no way. She's too far out there for me, right? So sometimes we need to come back and like build those little bridges for our people. And we can do that through our posts, and we can share that in our stories. One coach that I've been watching a lot lately, because she's just so herself, is Ashley McClellan. She's not a huge coach, but she is an elite coach. She's in Micah Folsom's downline. Anyway, look her up. She doesn't look like a fitness coach. She is a curvy girl, and she's loud, and she just puts it all out there. She puts out her obsession with football, her obsession with spicy romance novels, her obsession with Yellowstone, she has just built an amazing online community because she just puts it all out there. Like, she even talked about their marriage struggles and marriage therapy that they went through this year. And so many people commented on that post. So if you're just wanting to look at someone a little bit different who is a normal person and doesn't look like a fitness coach, but is doing really well, she might be one that can be a little bit inspiring. Just an idea, but.
I think too, sometimes like I really do fall in that like comparison as well, like with other coaches. And so sometimes I have to check myself and be like, I don't need to keep following them, and their life and their journey and their business is different from mine, but also taking that as inspiration of they have what I want. So now I can use that to figure out the steps I need to do, what I need to change in order to get what I want. So it definitely takes some reframing, and I'm not here to say that I'm great at it, but if you feel yourself feeling that kind of comparison or envy of something, take that as a clue of they have something that I want and I'm capable of getting it. So now I can change something to get there, to use it more as motivation and inspiration.
Yeah, what's possible rather than just like, it's impossible for me, good for her.
Yeah.
So that just this week I had to unfollow her because it was just causing too much emotion for me. Like she's my cousin. She signed up under a different coach and she's like really successful. And so I've always struggled with that anyway. And she's amazing to follow on Instagram. Like she's a fun girl, but I know her in real life and I'm like, that's not you. And so I had to just unfollow her because I can't do that. So we need to be ourselves. But I just happened to go on her stories, and I think it's Elsie, where you went, Katie, where once you're a 1-star or something, you get to go.
Mm-hmm.
I see she qualified for that, and I'm like, oh, that's not fair. But I just have to use it as motivation to get to, like, I can do this too. If she can, I can do it too.
Yeah, totally.
Who is it you're talking about, Charlene?
It's one of my cousins.
Oh, okay.
Or someone else, and
not Ashley McClellan, not the one that. Oh, okay.
No,
you're just talking about your cousin.
Yeah.
So I'm in the 5-star diamond thread where a lot of coaches get the elite call, and that happened on Monday, I think. And so that's like a huge day for that message thread, right? Because as soon as they get their call, like they're like, I got my call, we're number da 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 da, and like everybody's like boom 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 boom, and like I'm not elite, obviously they're getting their elite phone calls or whatever, right? And I knew like I'm not even close, so I was like, this is so awesome. Like, and you could look at that in one of two ways, right? I could look at it and be like, that's not fair that they get that and I don't. Or I can be like, that is so cool that they worked so hard and got that. I can do it too, right? So it's all about perspective. But also, speaking of Ashley McClellan, this is actually her first year that she did not hit elite for 4 years. And she commented in there and she said, you guys, I was really worried about this thread. I thought I was going to have to like block it out for the day or for the week even, because right, people are like so excited. They've worked their tails off like they should be. They've earned it so much. And she's like, I really thought that I would like, it would just be such a hard day for me. And she's like, there is so much positive energy in here. Like, I am so proud of you guys. And I realized that it is worth working up. Like, it is worth putting in the work for this. And I was like, what a great perspective to have, right? Like, she's like, I've earned it before. I know I can do it again. I didn't this year, and whatever it is, what it is, but it's something worth it for her to try to hit again. Anyway, I just thought it was cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, she did say she had a rough year. Like on her Instagram story, she's like, I read 300 books this year just to escape my life. So, I mean, obviously, if you're having a rough time, like I had a rough time this last year, Katie had a rough time this last year, like you're just not going to be able to be gung-ho on all the things. So you have to choose. But I have seen some elite posts and some rank advanced posts, and I make a point to genuinely comment and congratulate those women, because I know how hard it is and how much work it takes. And I want to be genuinely happy and put it out to the universe that I would love something like that to come my way. But if it's not, I'm still gonna be happy for other women no matter what, because it really is amazing when people accomplish goals like that. So I used to look at those posts and be jealous, or like even take a self-confidence hit. Like when I don't know, I was in some group and Micah Folsom hit like 3-star in like her 5th business center or something. And I'm like, I can't even hit that in my 1st business center. Like, what the heck? And so I've gone from that to like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. You're amazing. Congratulations. So it really does help to reframe and work on those things that you see in yourself. Be aware of those when you see other women succeeding and you're like, oh, if you feel that, you can work on reframing it, because it really will help you in a lot of ways, not just in this, but you know, in life as well. So
Right. And like, just because she hit 3-star, or I think it's like 15-star now in her 3rd business center, doesn't mean that we all don't have value and something to share that she doesn't, right? Like, we've all experienced different lives. And so we can still make an impact regardless of never hitting emerald. Like, we still have value to share. So just never forget that we love you, and we love you on your team. And there are people in the world that need you and need you today. They need your light. They need what you have to share. And when you can come together on that, that's when you're going to feel fulfillment, and you're going to just love what you do so much better and love your life so much better. Anybody else have something?
Yeah, I have one more thing. I feel like it's a mindset thing, right? Like feeling jealous or feeling happy. And Brenna said like she's had to like really like hone in and be like, okay, I'm going to focus on congratulating them and really being sincere and genuine about that. I feel like that's such an important skill. It's almost a skill to recognize that, because I think like humans like naturally are just jealous, right? And so we have to like really focus on those things. So I feel like that's a great thing to teach our daughters, to teach our kids, is to be happy for other people. And like, it's okay that so-and-so got the part. You can still be happy for them, even though you didn't get it. Or, you know, so-and-so made the team, and you can still be happy for them, even though you didn't, or whatever. I feel like it's like coaching and motherhood go hand in hand so much. So I just feel like it's not just a coaching thing, but also a mother thing that we can teach our kids. So.
Yeah, totally. And this thought just keeps coming up, you know, as we've talking about that, like being happy for someone else and sharing in their joy and celebration, and then thinking, oh, that's so awesome that they did that. I can't wait to feel that for myself. You know, I can't wait when I get to experience that. It's going to feel so awesome. You know, so how can I work to make that happen so that I can have that experience too? And how would I want others to feel about me when I reach that milestone, or, you know, whatever that might be. So that was just something I was thinking. Awesome. Thank you, ladies. This was so great. I really valued all of your input. I value you taking time to be here with us today. Before I let you go, I'm going to take a picture. Afton, are you in a spot where you can put your camera on? Yay! Okay, I will do a picture, and then I'm going to do a boomerang. So first picture, everybody smile. Awesome. Okay, now boomerang. Everything's funner with a boomerang. Okay, ready? Go. Love it. Okay, I will post this, tag everybody. Thanks for being here. Make it a great day. Get out there and share authentically. Okay, love you, ladies.